What a grand people. Welcome back to the channel. Of course, Mr. B as usual. And today I want to focus on the tragedy that is unfolding in Jamaica at this time. You know, we really need to take stock and give thanks for life, especially when you take a look at, the things that can reach you without you having anything to do with it. And after watching the impact of Hurricane Mellissa on Jamaica, I am devastated by the level of the destruction. Now, keep in mind, me come through um, Hurricane Gilbert. Yeah, I was a young man in Gilbert time, 30 years ago, and that's um, 1988. And I thought, honestly, that the experience that I had then was over the top until I start to see the images unfolding in Jamaica. Now, let me just ask if this is the first time that you join the channel, that if you like the video, hit the like button. And if you haven't done so, subscribe to the channel so we can drop more of this information. But to the point at hand, Melissa hit Jamaica with wind speeds of between 175 and 185 miles an hour. It was the first time this in more than 95 years that a storm of this magnitude actually made landfall anyway in the Caribbean and certainly in the Americas. And so this was always going to be a tough ask for Jamaica. Now, I noticed that the Observer in its editorial is talking about how the media has sensationalized the storm and the coverage prior to the arrival of the storm, etc., etc. And I'm kind of wondering, but in other words, the Observer is saying that they made too much of the storm and it wasn't as bad as they were making it out to be. No, I would have liked to say to the Observer editor, you need to get up out of your damn bed, out of your yard, and go out the street and go down Westmoreland, drive through Clarendon and St. Elizabeth and then place there and look and see what actually take place. Because clearly you must think say Kingston at Jamaica. And because you know have no destruction, the storm never made a direct hit in a Kingston and Spanish Town and so on, that it wasn't as dangerous as it seemed. Well, let me say this to you, because me there all the way up here saying a foreign. And if me I see the kind of destruction, devastation, me have family members and friends who are go through the just coming to terms. They don't even pick up the pieces yet, because you have to come to terms with the extent of what it is that just face you before you can begin to pick up the pieces. This is Black River before the storm. This is just a glimpse of what the storm look at. This is Black River after the storm. Every roof by every house in a Black River. This is Santa Cruz, where tons of mud and debris take over the town. And this is just a minuscule picture of the devastation that has hit the island. So for all intent and purposes, the entire St. Elizabeth, Westmoreland, we not hear nothing about Hanover yet. And that's largely because the communication systems are completely down. Many people are criticize the Prime Minister and talk about the Prime Minister need for him supposed to be a Westmoreland and all of a sudden helicopter can land. Let me say this to you. Guess what, people? Election done. Election done the 3rd of September, a couple months ago now, right? And the JLP is the governing administration. Whether you want like Mr. Holness, yes or no, that depends on you. Right now, what the country need is unity. The country need leadership, and the little when we see so far, I think Mr. Holness demonstrate the capacity as a leader. you can't make no commitment until you know where going, right? We live in America here where we have president where place literally tear down completely. And 7 days after that, them a fly, they even go up on the ground, fly over the place in a big airplane where you can't even see nothing. Holness put himself out there, take the JDF helicopter and him out there tour. Him can't see everywhere one time. Him go through some of the places, the Montego Bay, and go through St. Elizabeth. It take time, right? This hurricane liquid in a matter of hours, and it is going to take us years to get back on our foot. Years. The one thing where we know that we cannot do is that now is not a time for the kind of division where we me say a creep through the thing. The media, like the Observer, need to be more responsible than that. The coverage that came from the international media communities were dead on. Their predictions for the first time, the predictions from the US Meteorological Services and the media houses that cover the storm at the international level were almost 100% correct. So if you know got up out of your damn bed, somebody will tell you something now because you drive through Kingston and two little zinc blow off of some house, you think say nothing never happened, right? The things bad. And so me want to spend the rest of the time and focus for how do we move forward. The first thing is let's bury the politics for the time being. Let's get past that. The political discourse where we love to have, those days, we have to put them behind the right now. People are suffer. A whole heap of people not have nowhere to live. They're not on a job because a lot of the businesses between Trelawney, St. James, we don't hear about Hanover yet, you know. We have no idea what's going on in Hanover. We get a little glimmer of news that come out of Westmoreland, right? We see some images that come out of St. Elizabeth. But for all intent and purposes, the whole of the western end of the island is a total and complete disaster, right? The job now is to recover. And we can't recover in a state of disunity, and we are cut one another throat. We cannot recover. Whether you are PNP, JLP, PPP, or whatever P you're upon, right now you have to Lego them label it. We are one thing now, and we are Jamaica, right? Anywhere you're there, and you can't help. Check on your neighbor them if you don't see them. The rain don't fall, mud out there and ray, but at least make some effort now. We have to go move as a united set of people. We have to go out there and go look for our neighbor them, right? We have to rely upon the leadership of the Prime Minister. We have to, because that now is his job. And so let us now assess it based upon how he gets us through this. Because let me say this to the people. As we said some time ago, me lived through Gilbert. I mean, think that Gilbert was devastation on steroids. Well, make me tell you something. Me take back that thought there. Me take it back. This is going to require significant, steadfast leadership, right? It will require an innate ability to bring Jamaica people together, because the only way we're going to come out of this, right? The only way we're going to recover is if we start to move together as one. So here what I say. People, check on your neighbor. See what you can do for help, right? If you have light on your neighbor and on a light, run one string of electricity, one extension cord, so at least them can see them way. Whatever you can do. You have one bread and them now nothing, cut not two, share it, right? Let us do what we can, Because in my book, Jamaica bigger than just one or two. It's bigger than, certainly bigger than the political party there, right? Jamaica is a place where, and not just Usain Bolt and the Shelley and Fraser Price them born here. Whole heap more people were bigger champion. It's just that them now have the elevation. Jamaica isn't just a place where legends are born and raised. A place where people believe in them ability, where people not afraid to take on challenge. It is a place where, like elsewhere, people will fall down from time to time. But unlike many of them places there, the difference with Jamaicans is their ability to get up, stand up on them foot, and plunge forward, right? Right now, the odds might look like it insurmountable. But to Jamaicans, real Jamaicans, not so. That not all we do. Jamaica people resilient. Jamaica people know so that together, if we face the challenge together and we will be able to put all of this behind it, right? Because right now, Jamaica, I just one option we have, one single option, and that option is that we have to work together in order for the country to recover from this. This is not time for we cut against one another and we take this divisive and gnashing of teeth political approach. We cannot do that now. No. Let's trust the people who take on the responsibility to provide leadership. Let us keep them on the straight and narrow, right? So that if we see them now, let's address that. But let's not bother with the divisive thing right now. Let us try use the tools that we have. Some of we, like myself, have access to social media. We have a platform. Let us amp that up, right? Because this is not a 2-week thing or a 9-day wonder or something that by Christmas we're going to get back on foot. It's going to take us years because to a large extent, entire communities have been devastated. We don't even know what the death toll is so far, right? Not because people survive or nobody are dead. We just not get the numbers, and it is quietly creeping out. I think so far we're gone about 15 or 16 deaths reported so far. But don't be surprised if it is lots more, many more than that, because the devastation that we have seen is indicative of the fact that the human tragedy that is going to be unfolding, we're just beginning to see glimpses of it. So guess what? Let's put our shoulder to the wheel. Let us challenge ourselves, challenge each other to push forward, because only if we are push forward as one Jamaica that will come out of this, right? Let me know what you think, find some relief organization that even if you don't have no money to give them, if you can get some time, if you have some stuff where you probably figure you outgrow them, your children, them, other kids down in the parishes there where not have nothing at all, right? Let us dig in and find the spirit and the generosity so we can survive this, because that's the only way we're going to come out of it, right? Let me hear what you think about what me think. If you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, subscribe now so we can discuss this more, share some bigger ideas. If you like the video, hit the like button, clang the notification bell, so when we drop new video, you will be the first to know. Until we talk again, Mr. B, I'm out.